should be thankful. I know there's a bunch of things. Like I said, we'll talk about it more. But let's talk about Joe Manganiello talks Ben Affleck's Batman plot and Deathstroke hair. Okay, I don't think we were expecting this. Sorry, got text messages. But yeah, I guess there's just a comic book. What's his name? I think was it Brandon Davis that did it? I think so. But right here it says Joe Manganiello reveals new details from Ben Affleck's abandoned Batman movie. It was a really cool, really dark, really hard. I think it was going to make us really hard, right? Am I right, guys? You know I'm right. I need a boner sound. So Ben Affleck, blah, 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 blah. Early teasers. Okay, at this time, Affleck had just so they're just giving a little backstory. Oh yeah, and then so then he talks about the tone right here. He said at the time, Affleck just starred in because they're talking about, of course, Fincher, a David Fincher vibe that Ben Affleck was trying to give when it came to the atmosphere and the tone of his Batman movie. He said there were similarities to The Game, which that's an underrated. The Game is an underrated Fincher movie. I mean, it was before Fight Club really put him on the map, but The Game is actually a really damn good movie. Michael Douglas, good movie, man. Yeah, cult favorite that starred Michael Douglas as a rich banker who loses everything overnight and runs a dangerous gauntlet orchestrated by a shadowy organization. It's a really good flick. So it says right here in the original pitch for the Batman, Deathstroke performed a similar demolition job on Bruce Wayne's life, systematically destroying his public status as Gotham City's leading citizen and his private existence as its Caped Crusader. It was a really dark story in which Deathstroke was like a shark or a horror movie villain that was dismantling Bruce's life from the inside out. It was this systemic thing. He killed everyone close to Bruce and destroyed his life to try to make him suffer because he felt that Bruce was responsible for something that happened to him. Wow. Killed everyone close to Bruce? Like, who is everyone? That's the question I have. Don't tell me that he kills Alfred. Can you imagine that? The balls? Can you imagine the balls that Ben Affleck would put that in a script? Like, oh yeah, Deathstroke's just going to kill Alfred. Wow. Well, Alfred's not in the nightmare. Fuck. But, I mean, oh man, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine that? Or Selena. Yeah. Or Selena. Kill Selena? Who else? I mean, obviously there's not a Robin. Robin's already dead, but man, can you imagine like who else? Yeah, man, I can't even. Fuck. I'm only just spitballing here. I don't know if that's actually the case, but I'm just saying, like, what if Alfred was? I mean, can you imagine that? That would be some fucking balls. And then of course, yeah, you got Gordon too. You got Gordon. You got to wonder, like, did he kill Gordon? I'm just saying right now, guys. Either Alfred or Gordon is getting off by Deathstroke, okay? It's got to be one. If it's not both, it's one or the other, for sure, okay? Lucius? Maybe Lucius? What if he kills Lucius? There's also a possibility. If Lucius is still around, fuck, man. Man, that is really, really dark. And I bet you a guy with the ball cap was not liking that. Besides The Game, Affleck's proposed storyline also bears strong similarities to Born Again, a classic arc from Frank Miller's run on Marvel's Daredevil comic book. Yeah, obviously we know that Ben Affleck was a fan of Daredevil. That was loosely adapted to the screen in the third season of Netflix series. It was really cool, really dark, and really hard. I'm getting hard just thinking about it. I was very excited for it. So was Snyder, who teased the Batman in the original version of the post-credit scene that appears at the end of Justice League, where Deathstroke pays a visit to Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. So yes, there was that too. The sequence that Manganiello shot with Snyder during principal photography in 2016, okay, blah, 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 that. But then Ben Affleck stepped away. Okay, then he talks about that, blah, 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 blah. And let's see. This is where he talks about the hair right here. Then the run-up movie theatrical. Okay, now it's just doing all that. Rather than reshoot the entire sequence, the filmmakers opt to rewrite Eisenberg's side of the conversation. They reshot all of Jesse's dialogue to tease Justice League Part 2, which was going to be about the Injustice League. Manganiello says now, for the record, Snyder intended a future For the record, Snyder intended to feature the alien, of course, Darkseid as a primary villain in Justice League two-parter. All that dialogue was about Batman originally, and it was changed to lines like, shouldn't we have a league of our own? So yeah, so pretty much a lot of people were wondering like how much more of Lex Luthor is going to be in Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's just going to be just the dialogue. They're just going to put the dialogue back in there where it's talking nothing about it was just talking about Batman, not talking about the meanwhile in the world, or what is it? God damn it, what were that? Legion of Doom. Meanwhile in the Legion of Doom. What the fuck? Anyways, God damn it. Now, did he just do that? Okay, well, I don't know. I just got a message. Anyways, ultimately, the Injustice League-centric sequel followed Affleck's David Fincher-esque take on Batman into the DCEU. Just been after Justice League's disastrous critical and commercial reception. Also swept up in the bit of a studio house cleaning was Manganiello's treatment for a standalone Deathstroke film that consumed 6 months worth of his blood, sweat, and tears. I worked with an Oscar-nominated writer. I wonder who that was on the treatment. And it was one of those projects that got canceled during that period. There were maybe 7 different Deathstroke projects that all didn't happen over the course of 4 years. It's one of those funny things in Hollywood and in life where you've just got to let it go. Okay, Jason Kilar. Is this Jason Kilar? Hey, how about, taking that treatment? Kind of doing something with it, huh? You need some more stuff in that library, AT&T, Warner Media. Hello? I would say listen to this man here. Sounds like he probably wrote a pretty damn good treatment that you could probably fit in your library, probably for, it's going to be like 2022, but, I'm just saying, would help. So there's that. And then it says, but here's another funny, only in Hollywood plot twist. Manganiello's Deathstroke will live again in the Snyder Cut of Justice League that's set to premiere on HBO Max in 2021. Earlier this year, the actor tweeted a black and white picture of Slade sporting his signature eye patch and a wicked new hairstyle. And he confirms to Yahoo Entertainment that the image came from new material that the director filmed for his upcoming 4-hour series. I don't think it's going to be a series anymore. But whatever. Zach called me one day and asked, how'd you like to do it again? I said, sure, man. I'll be there. And he told me, okay, we're getting your armor out of storage in England. I remember Snyder even said that they had to pull like a lot of the costumes out of storage. And we're going to fly it over here. Is there anything you want to do differently? This is what I love about Snyder. Is the fact that he asked the actor, is there anything you want to do differently? Okay, he didn't just go, okay, we're going to do it like this, we're going to do it like that, you're going to look like this, and everything. No, he asked the actor. It's so awesome. Called him up, said, we're going to do this. You down? Joe said yes. And then he goes, okay, we got the costume. What do you want to do differently? It's fucking awesome. Just awesome. Sure enough, Manganiello had all kinds of fresh ideas that he wanted to put into this last stab at Deathstroke. I hope not the last stab, including including a few culled from his never-made treatment. Some of those elements I snuck into this round, he teases, specifically citing the character's badass mohawk. The greatest warriors are the ones who walk into battle already dead or assuming that they're going to die. They're looking for someone who can actually kill them. There's almost an excitement around that. Like, is today going to be the day? So there was a climactic moment in my standalone story where I wanted Slade to shave his head into this warlike mohawk, knowing that he was going off to his own death. And I said to Zach, I always envisioned him with a big white mohawk, and he was totally down for it right there. See? Remember when Snyder was on the vodka stream? Okay, remember? Let's try to get Patty and Gal. When Snyder was on the vodka stream, he just randomly brought up the hair. So, I mean, there you go. I still, it's crazy how that hair like took on a life of its own when it comes to the Deathstroke hair. So, all right, along with Deathstroke, Snyder's version of talking about Jared Leto's Joker. And then he goes, Manganiello was fresh hopes of reviving his standalone Deathstroke script. Okay, here we go, Mr. Jason Kilar. Warner Media, hopefully this will reinvigorate interest from the fans as far as wanting to see this version of the character get told. We landed on an origin story that everyone I've ever pitched it has gone crazy for. There has been so many versions of this character over the years. I just wanted to put my own stink on him. So there you go, Warner Media. I'm just saying, it sounds to me like the best treatment that you got when it came to Deathstroke was from, Joe Manganiello himself. Manganiello. I mean, how great does that all sound, guys? How awesome does that all sound? And I think this is what's going to happen. It's going to happen if things line up. Okay, Zack Snyder's Justice League has to be a huge success, which, come on, it will be. Ben Affleck's Batman ends up happening. I guarantee you, Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke. I just love the fact that we just put somebody's name right in front of the character's name. I would say Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke will probably happen right after. How awesome would that be? How awesome would that be? I think that is definitely the way to go. I mean, goddamn, just to make it just the way that David Fincher, the game vibe, Slade, just dismantling Bruce's life. And this is, oh man, this is after Justice League. This is supposed to take place in between Justice League 1 and 2, right? Oh my God. I mean, that's just crazy. So basically, this story, like after, okay, so we have a Bruce Wayne who's been around, a Batman that's been around for 20 plus years, right? Okay. And he's, of course, just fighting criminals. He becomes decrepit and he just starts losing it. And then all of a sudden Superman shows up and he goes, fuck this guy. I got to kill him. He's going to destroy the whole world. That's my duty. It's what I got to do. It's what I got to do. And so he takes him on like that. He takes on Superman, almost kills him. And then it goes, really, oh shit, I fucked up. I lost my way. And then when it comes to setting up and he gets the team going, he probably feels really good. I would say Bruce Wayne probably feels really good that he did a good thing, brought Superman back to life. Everything's like cool, crazy, yay. And then all of a sudden, this piece of shit with the eye patch starts fucking up his life. That's just awesome. And then how does that end where it leads into Justice League 2? How does that bleed into Justice League 2? That's what I wondered too. Because it's got to bleed in a little bit to Justice League 2. You better believe that Snyder and Affleck were talking about those little elements, because Justice League 1 leads into Ben Affleck's Batman, and then Ben Affleck's Batman probably leads into a little bit of Justice League 2. But I mean, just the ups and downs that Bruce is going through, man. Fuck. He's already been through ups and downs, loses his way, becomes like pretty much a killer, and almost kills Superman, and then realizes, I fucked up. And then redemption, he searches for that redemption in Justice League. I'm sure he gets it, and then all of a sudden his life gets dismantled. And I guarantee you, one of those guys, man, what's going on? Yo, what's going on, Danny? How you doing? But yeah, man, I tell you what, Batman, the Killing Stroke. There you go. We have a winner. Man, Joey, you're going to inspire me to make another shirt. Fuck. Batman, the Killing Stroke. That sounds like the porno version, but still, I like it. Yeah. That does sound good. Call it Batman, the Killing Stroke. Is there any other streams going on? I don't know. Is there any other streams going on? Maybe. The League of Mayhem, they were doing their thing earlier. They had Ray Porter on. But anyways, yeah, I'm just saying, guys. I mean, that just sounds awesome. The ups and downs that Bruce goes through as a guy who's like, midlife, his mid 40s to 50s, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, you got to be crazy. I don't know. All I know is I'm going to give myself a Deathstroke after this.